But first, we're gonna go over to slopestyle. The women are ready to take over the day. Brandon Graham, let's get it done.
So we move on to Annika Morgan. 6th X Games appearance. She has 1 medal, a silver earned in knuckle huck just last year.
She's kind of known as the pretzel god, as you see right there.
Lip slide pretzel right there.
To a switchboard pretzel.
Solid up top.
Coming into this jump, cab double 9. Going front side, looking like a little struggle for speed on that one.
Watch this last jump, possible back 10 double. She's got a great one.
Absolutely. Back 10 of your dreams.
There you go!
There it is.
And Haley, Annika been mentored by Anna Gasser. She thinks of Anna as a big sister. Her older brother, Ethan Morgan, a pro snowboarder. Just talk about that influence and being able to lean on people like that for her career.
Absolutely. I mean, it shows in her riding. She has progressed so much within the last few years, and I've seen her struggle a lot in slopestyle, but she's finally getting it all put together. And I think it really helps that she has people like Anna and Ethan in her life.
Here's a great look at that backside double cork 1080, grabbing melon. I love the way she drops into it on that last cork. Very similar to her older brother's backside 1080.
Absolutely, yeah, just a thing of beauty.
Also pulling double duty, she will be DJing at the Ushi After Lounge.
Great gig if you can get it.
If you can get in.
So Annika Morgan coming in with an 88.66, huge score. Remember, playoffs, you've got to get into that final, and she's setting herself up very nicely.
Anna Gasser dropping in. Nice tail slide, 270 out. Anna Gasser looking smooth, looking clean off the top.
Oh. Backside double 10, Melon taking it deep. Anna is on a heater right now, winding up front side 540. 540 as well. Anna
At 540.
into the switch.
Coming in switch. Cab double 900 truck driver. Anna Gasser playing it smart here in the playoffs. She wants to put something down nice and clean, nice and smooth. And she certainly does. Calm, cool, collected. Here's a look. Going back to the top section. Perfect lip slide. 270 out. And then starting it off with a super difficult trick there. The back double, 1080 melon. Picture perfect. And then look at the way she grabs there with that slow motion replay. 2 hands on the board. We call that a truck driver. Will she bump into the top 4? I think so. Right behind Annika Morgan, 84.33 for Anna Gasser. I would say she's sitting pretty comfortably here.
But now making her triumphant return to the X Games stage, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott.
Coming off a little early on that first rail, going into the front board 4 out of the flat bar.
Switch lip, 270 out, setting her up for that switch backside.
12.60.
12.60!
Whoa!
Shots fired.
Front.
Front 10 double.
Everybody check me out. Backside.
Goes for the back 10 on the last jump. I think that's a really good call.
Any women's slopestyle snowboarding event would have been won by that run right there. That was one of the most ridiculous things we have ever seen in this event. This is just the playoffs, Brandon.
Haley, Craig, that first switch back 12 in women's slopestyle history here at the X Games.
Absolutely. Zoe said that was her only goal for this contest, but I'm kind of thinking that she has a little more in store for us because that was way too easy for her.
I think she was playing it close to the vest. Switch backside 12, takes off switch, 3.5 full times around, 2 off kilter dips. And then what about how about you back that up with a front 10 double into a back 10 double?
She says, hold up, hold up. Remember, I've won this event 4 times before.
What is wild is, yeah, maybe she fell off a little bit early on that first rail, right? That lip slide, same way. She fell off a little bit early, but this is going to be, it has to be the first place score.
It's absolutely going to crack into that 90s, and there it is.
92.33 for Zoe, taking over the top spot for first run here in the playoffs. But here now, our defending gold medalist, Mia Brooks.
Yep.
Oh my God!
What?
Yeah, back 1 swivel, cat 3 out. That is why she is one of the best, if not the best, women's rail rider we have today.
Ooh, a little 50-50 lip, back to 50-50. So making short work of the steel.
Just going front 720 here on the first jump. Looking to go backside 900.
I'm thinking cap 10, Haley.
It has to be. Nope. She's going
cap 14! Oh!
Yep.
Oh, don't. Yeah.
No.
Put the chair down, Craig. Put the chair down.
That was simply ridiculous.
Wow, I mean, to watch Zoe put a run down like that, it's like, why not just go for it and put the cap 14 in the run? And she did that perfectly.
That was unreal. You mentioned it. She's the youngest rider in our field, and you said the best women's rider when it comes to the rails. How did she do that at such a young age, being this talented up there?
I mean, I know she works so hard for it, and I've even heard of her going up on down days in between competitions and riding from sun up till sundown. And most of it is her rail training, and that's why it shows so well.
Wow.
The more time you spend on your snowboard, the better you get at snowboarding. It's a very simple equation, and Mia Brooks spends a lot of time working on tricks like that. Cab 1440. We saw that in big air, but it's one thing to do it on a single jump, another to put it at the end of your slopestyle run.
And her score coming in. We're waiting.
They're really deliberating on this one.
It's got to be in the top 4. Oh! What
yeah.
about?
How about the top 1?
That's a good spot to be.
A 94 for Mia Brooks.
I think there's a lot of things Lori can improve on. Obviously, the rails and the jumps. Just holding that grab a little bit longer and maybe getting a little bit more speed and amplitude on the jumps. Coming in front 1, back, switch back 3 out. Going for cab 1, back 1 out.
Cab double underflip 9 there from Lori Blouin. Watch the final jump right here. She's going to go, oh no, she's going back 10 double. That sets her up for a front 10.
That's a surprise.
That is a surprise. Lori Blouin!
Double 10!
She goes back-to-back 1080s.
That is the best slopestyle run Lori Blouin has ever done in her entire life on the world's biggest stage.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what she's feeling right now. To put down a run like that, especially linking those two 1080s together, has got to feel so good, especially comparing the top 3 runs right now.
Oh, and oh, by the way, she was an alternate for this contest.
Just this morning, she was an alternate.
Oh, wow. So.
Now, I'm very familiar with Lori Blouin's riding. I did not know she had the back 10 double this good. The ability to put it in the second of 3 jumps, right? That's setting up for her front 10 double.
I apologize. I was not familiar with your game, Lori Blouin.
Love your work. Love your work.
Oh, she really kept that one a secret from us.
But when you talk about the riding, especially from that top 4, she was on the outside looking in. A 91 for Lori Blouin, jumping up into the top 3. So Kokomo Marase, here we go. A silver medal in this event last year. She's currently sitting in 6th place. She's the last rider that can potentially crash that top 4.
Imagine that, 6th place with an 82. Going for that cab 2 on, 2 out.
Very clean.
Coming into this jump, cab. Going for the cab 900.
Stomped.
Going huge,
Wow.
pulling it off, holding it together.
Just back 10, that's all you
Yes.
need. Yep.
There we go.
Yep, that's the playbook, Craig.
She's throwing her name back in that ring, for sure.
Oh my goodness, that was probably one of the most nerve-wracking runs Kokomo has ever had to do. You can't win gold in the playoffs, but you certainly can lose it.
Here's another look at that cab, 270 on, 270 out right there.
And remember, we went into this weekend talking about Kokomo and potential triple gold, not getting a medal in big air. A lot of pressure being put here on her final run in the playoffs just to get into the finals. And Haley, I think she did just that.
I think so. She's going to continue to look for a medal here. And that frontside 1080, she had to open up so early because she was going so much further than she anticipated. And that is such good air awareness that you see from Kokomo Murase. Landing that back 10 double cork.
Perfectly. So we await the judges scoring. Annika Morgan holding on to that 4th spot right now with that 88.66 you see there on the left. And Kokomo Murase, did she do enough? And her score comes in a 91.66. Kokomo is going to the final. Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott. 10 X Games medals. This is a contest she has won 4 times before. An ankle injury kept her from competing last year, but really picking up where she left off last night, a bronze in big air. Can she add to that collection? I'm sorry, Haley, here today.
All good. She is the most competitive girl in the field, in my opinion. She's almost reminiscent of a Jamie Anderson, in my opinion. She just has that competitive switch that she can turn on whenever she needs it. And again, there's that front board 4 out of that flat bar rail. Coming in switchboard to 270 out.
Count it.
Leading up for this switch backside, 1260, getting it around, little hand drag. Going again for that frontside 1080, opening up right to the toes. Tucking for speed here. Going for that backside 1440, and she earns it!
Yes!
Let's go!
The first ever triple cork in women's slopestyle competition. You just watch history, folks.
I know she's been working for this so hard, especially after that ankle injury, having to sit out and watch Kokomo Murase kind of take the spotlight and land that 1440 last year in big air. She's got to feel so good.
In X Games mode, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott on her first run in the final, making history, Craig.
But yes, we can celebrate that back 1440 all day long. I love the entirety. I celebrate her entire catalog right here. Switch back 12 double, front 10 double, backside triple 1440. And the rails, right?
It was a complete meal.
Front board 450 off that flat bar.
Yeah, when we talk about variety, she is one of the only girls spinning switchback in her slopestyle runs, which just goes to show she has the trick, she has the ability, and she puts it down right there.
Show me a weakness. Literally show me a single weakness in that slopestyle run.
An NBD X Games mode for Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott. 94.66, a massive score for Zoe.
That's a huge score heading into this final on the first run.
So here's Mia Brooks, our top-ranked qualifier and defending gold medalist.
Going again for that back 1 swivel, cab 3 out. Just textbook on the rails.
This is where Mia Brooks needs to separate herself a little bit from Kokomo and Zoe.
Absolutely, she's coming into this first jump front side, and she'll go front side 720 again, getting the grab a little bit better than she did the last run. Again, another backside 900. Tucking for speed here, going to switch. She's gonna go cab 14 again. A much cleaner run than her first run.
Huge.
Yes.
Let's celebrate that. Cab 1440. Pretty clean up top on the rails, but we said it coming into this finals, that frontside 720 kind of stands out when you put it against a Zoe or a Kokomo, right? That's where she needs to improve, but you know there's only 4 riders. You know you just have to beat 1 person to get a medal. I kind of like this right now.
Absolutely. With this new format, it takes a lot of the pressure off, but you have to be strategic about it, which I find that you didn't really have to do that before with the previous formats, but now it's all about mental game.
watching Mia ride, does she have a frontside 1080?
I've seen her do it before. It's posted on the Instagram, so I know she has done it. I'm not sure if she's feeling up to it. Just based on speed from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like she really wants to step up to that.
That's where she'd have to put it too on that first jump, and that's where we've seen most of the field struggle with speed, Brando.
Yeah, no doubt. So an 88.33 for Mia Brooks, good enough for that silver medal spot. Does she have more in the tank?
Yeah.
Kokomo Murase can do it right here, Haley. This place is going to explode.
Absolutely. Kokomo has that do or die trying mentality, and she could easily just put together a cab 9 on that first jump, and the rest of her run would be solidified. But we'll see. She loves to implement progression. I bet she's going to do the cab 1260 again. 50-50 backside 180 poke, tucking for speed into this first jump. She will...
Cab 10? Where does she go from here?
Switch backside 9. Haven't seen that from her all week.
Backside triple 1440. If she wants gold, gotta go.
She's going to opt for a backside double 1080.
This is a new Kokomo, folks. In previous years, it would have been a flip till you hit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is smart. She struggled with that takeoff in big air. Maybe pulls back a bit, puts that 1080 down, guarantees a medal, almost.
Here's another look at that 50-50 back 1 poke, so stylish. That's one of the elements that Kokomo has been working so hard to bring to her snowboarding is style.
Do you think maybe she was going cab 12 and realized, hey, I don't have enough juice, let's just go cab 10, and then improvises?
Just an audible switchback 9.
Switchback 9.
A little jazz on her final run. But yeah, that's interesting. We've always talked about her, the go gold or go home. And that was her mentality going into Aspen X Games 2025. But a little strategy here, knowing that there is truly a medal on the line.
Well,
I think her big air experience played into it a little bit, Haley.
Absolutely. I think she put way too much on her shoulders for big air. And knowing that all she had to do was beat a 39, you know, that was the goal. And she definitely did that. And she moves into second place with a 93.
Huge score, 90.33 for Kokomo, besting Mia's 88.33. Haley, do you agree with that? And with that, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott is guaranteed her 6th career X Games gold medal.
Welcome back to Snowboard Slopestyle and X Games, Zoe. So good to see her riding again and just continuously pushing the level of women's snowboarding.
Look at the camaraderie there.
Everyone is absolutely losing it. Zoe on the shoulders of competitors. I'd love to see that.
Congratulations to our field. We got to see progression in real time here in this women's snowboard slopestyle final. So many of the ladies putting down some of the most epic runs we've ever seen in the history of this contest. We hand out the hardware when we return. Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott wins gold.